As a photographer, I need an extra battery because there's so many beautiful things to see.
They have hidden dwarfs everywhere through the city, and you can search for them, which I think is such a fun activity to share with family, friends.
You can still feel the roughness of the original buildings, which makes for a nice contrast with what is there now.
My name is Caroline, and I am a photographer and a travel writer, and my niche is sustainable travel. And I am actually 1/4 Polish.
My name is Jonathan. I've been working for Belgian travel magazines for the last 14 years, and I've been blogging for the last 5 or 6.
Je m'appelle Ludivine Motura. J'ai co-créé le blog voyage et mon road trip avec mon compagnon Damien il y a 4 ans. C'est un blog voyage qui parle de nos escapades en Belgique et à l'étranger.
I'm Yannick Merks, travel content creator and travel blogger under the name Merks, and I visited Poland very recently.
So what I love about Poland is I've been really lucky. I've been able to go 3 times. And what I love is it's a country which contains multitudes. I mean, it's got 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It got 23 parks. I mean, the country is huge. And as a photographer, I need an extra battery because there's so many beautiful things to see.
I recently visited Poland, and what surprised me the most is actually that there is more than Warsaw in Poland to visit. I visited Nether Silesia or Lower Silesia and the city of Wrocław. What surprised me the most of Nether Silesia was just the nature. It's green, green, green. But what really stole my heart was the city of Wrocław with the colorful buildings and the playfulness in the city. They have hidden dwarfs everywhere through the city, and you can search for them, which I think is such a fun activity to share with family, friends. I did a boat tour through the city of Wrocław. It was interesting to see because we were there on a very sunny day and people were just chilling, relaxing on the side. It's just so fun because from the water you have a different perspective than from the side, actually.
We did 2 city trips in Poland, one in Poznan, one in Łódź. Poznan was a nice trip to do because it's a little bit off beaten track. It's quite easy to get there from Belgium because there's a direct flight from Charleroi. The Rynek is really nice, so it's the old town square. It's colorful, it's really traditional, so there's quite a lot of things to do and to see. And one particular thing that we really enjoy in Poznan, it's the Museum of the Croissant, because there's this St. Martin croissant, which is quite famous.
Łódź, nous avons vraiment apprécié et nous avons pu découvrir grâce aux visites guidées le renouveau de la ville, donc les nouvelles applications qui sont faites par rapport aux bâtiments qui étaient un peu laissés à l'abandon et qui ont été complètement remis au goût du jour. Et donc il y a pas mal d'animations, que ce soit de jour, de nuit. Donc c'est vrai que pour un long week-end entre amis ou en famille, c'est vraiment une expérience et une destination qu'on recommande fortement.
And the other thing I liked was that the old and the new are all next to each other. You can see it, especially in Warsaw. The city center is almost American looking. It's full of like gleaming skyscrapers and modern buildings. But right next to it is the old Palace of Culture that was built by Stalin. And now if you cross the street from it, because it's still there, you can go into like a hard rock cafe, which is the most Western thing you can find anywhere.
What was really great as well is we walked in and you had all the students which were like, oh, hi, what are you doing here? There were like this curiosity and this friendliness that I've come to associate with Polish people. And it was, all of that is a great memory. Plus you have pierogi, which to be honest makes the world a better place.
When a blogger and influencer goes to Poland, he comes back and he tells his own story. And they are taking forms or articles on websites, in newspapers, but also a form of beautiful pictures like the one you can see in the exhibition.
I submitted 2 pictures for this exhibition. One was Warsaw, and I think that is the quintessential picture showing this multitude. And this was taken in the University of Technology. You go into this building, which is huge, and then you have all these dainty little details. You have this beautiful staircase, you have this amazing ceiling, and you think, wow. And in terms of architecture, it was amazing.
I took this picture on the Rynek, on the Old Town Square. The foreground was the croissant, the more popular thing that you can taste in Poznan. And on the background there was these colorful houses. I think it's quite traditional of the city. It's nice to see these houses with pastel colors.
The picture I took from the Centennial Hall in Wrocław is very carefully taken in that sense that it was on an early sunny morning where the light beams were coming in the hall, and because of it's such a big empty space, I thought it was really powerful to just stand there and admire the greatness of that building.
I made 2 pictures for the exposition. The first one is from Łódź. It's some street art, and it's from a side street of the main boulevard. It's a combination of a couple of small alleyways, and they put little restaurants in there and independent shops and lots of street art. So instead of like some dark alleys, it's now a place where people go after work, and it's very popular during the weekend. But you can still feel the roughness of the original buildings, which makes for a nice contrast with what is there now.
The picture of Dansk was actually taken a couple of hours after we got off a really long train ride. So we took the train from Brussels to Dansk. So we were exhausted, and I said, okay, let's just do one picture. I really want to go. And so we went up to this viewpoint, and you see this amazing view over the city. It's all these really little colorful houses and this beautiful architecture, which has been completely rebuilt and which you wouldn't know. It was the most beautiful scene I had seen in a long time. And now I've seen a lot of places, but this just literally took my breath away.
And then the second one I made in Warsaw, and this is like a fine example of what downtown Warsaw looks right now. And I just took it when I was crossing the street because I saw everything becoming very symmetrical, and I liked it with the traffic lights and stuff. It's like a prime example of something that people don't expect necessarily when they think of Poland. You still have the old town that was completely rebuilt, but it's much more contemporary and modern than you would think at first sight.
The picture of the castle in Książ, or the pink castle, it's easier to pronounce. Why I took that picture was actually because of the contrast. You have that pink castle on top of the mountain surrounded by nature, so you can see the greens of Lower Silesia, but also because of the contrast, because there is a whole history to the castle, dark history actually, and I think it was just so surprising to see from the sky that it shows so joyful and colorful.
We're still the luckiest generation, I think, that ever lived in Europe since the beginning of time, because when my grandparents were in their 20s, they were fighting each other, right? It's not that long ago. So now we can go anywhere, we can travel anywhere. I can pack my bags tomorrow and go live in Poland if I want to, and nobody can stop me.